Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Goodwin of YourBostonSports.com with my co-host, John Korn.
Morning, Mr. Goodwin.
Good morning. If you haven't seen it yet, we just concluded an interview with Patrick Jay, the general manager of the New Britain Bees, the new tenant here in New Britain Stadium in New Britain, Connecticut. Very informative words from Patrick about the plans for the team and what's going on so far.
Very exciting. It was nice to meet Patrick, and it's nice to see there's two professional teams right in Hartford County now.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that the Bees will draw a lot of the same fans that the Rock Cats have always drawn, and hopefully the Yard Goats, I think, will draw from the east and maybe from the south a little bit. Yeah. And so geographically, I think they're well matched.
It's kind of exciting because maybe because of television, people forget about minor league baseball. It's an exciting thing. I mean, so many players have come through here.
Right.
Ortiz, Fred Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Boggs. And it's easy to attend for families.
Yep.
Definitely.
So, and Patrick's a Red Sox fan, so he's more than welcome in the area now.
That's right, exactly. So we went down to a winter weekend at Foxwoods last month on a very snowy. Well, actually, the day got more snowy as the day went on. We had a great time down there. We went to the panel discussion with Dave Dombrowski, and one thing that was interesting to me is that he said we get close to the players, but not too close. And that's for obvious reasons because they don't want to have undue influence personally about trading a player or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, what I read this morning was that John Farrell was on the radio and indicated that Pablo Sandoval and Hanley Ramirez are kind of, it sounds like they're on a short leash. In other words, if they don't work out at their positions this year, the Red Sox are fully ready to move others into those positions. And I'm assuming they mean Travis Shaw, and I'm assuming they might even mean Brock Holt. Do you think that's the same situation with the bullpen, given that Uehara and Tozawa have been around for a while? Uehara especially is getting older.
Well, the first thing Dombrowski did was sign David Price to what was it, $310 million? Do I got this? They got them.
Yeah, pretty close.
And then we got Kimbrel from San Diego. We got Smith from on that trade with to the Mariners.
Yeah, and Elias.
He's not afraid to pull a trigger.
Right. So I think there's a hierarchy here. I think that
he's in charge of the team, and he's going to do whatever. The front office is doing everything it can.
Right. I think in the event certain things don't work out, they're fully ready with the contingency plans, which may be a little bit unnerving for some of the players, but I think it may be a motivating factor for them.
Well, Hanley Ramirez is perfectly capable of. He was a great infielder when he came up. He came up through here, didn't he? Did he come up through the?
I'm not sure he came up. Did he come up through New Britain, maybe?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a great short. So he's more than capable of doing it. They wouldn't be having him do it if they didn't think he was going to be a good first baseman.
Well, the thing about this, there's really no other place for him. He's not going to play the outfield. He's not going to play shortstop. So, but I think the organization seems to be putting it right in the hands of these players. Either you're successful or not. It's up to you guys.
Yep. They came here to he came here to win. So the front office is doing everything it can, and it's up to the players now.
How do you look at now? They talk a lot about the bullpen and pitching and starting pitching. Offense, what does it look like? Pretty good.
They were third in the league at runs scored last year.
Right.
So
pretty potent.
Yeah. Their starting pitching failed them, and they did what they could with that. We got a top star. We got maybe the best starter in the American League.
Right.
David Price. The only better starters in baseball are in the National League. Guys like Scherzer and Kershaw.
Right.
So again, they did everything they could to improve the team. So if the starting pitching comes through for them, I like their chances.
I have a prediction.
First place?
Well, not yet. Rodriguez is going to be your number 3 starter, because I think what they're going to do is they're going to go Price, possibly Buchholz, and give him a crack at earning number 2, and then they probably will put Rodriguez so they can go left, and then I don't know if Porcello, Kelly are 4 or 5, and obviously the slot in the rotation. Does it really matter?
Nah.
No. Does it matter if you could say, yes, we have a number 1 starter who stops losing streaks? Absolutely.
A lot of this is falling on Buchholz. I mean,
Doesn't it always? Doesn't it always?
could this be the year he's not on the DL? You know?
Is this a 200-inning year?
Yeah.
30-start year?
If that happens,
Well, I want to know what is he doing differently to make that happen?
I
Because
don't know.
it's really, I think it's up to him. It's always been up to him.
Yeah.
But you know, he has freak injuries.
but if you look at the names on that rotation, Price, Buchholz, Rodriguez,
Porcello
Kelly,
pitched
and
better.
Porcello.
Kelly pitched better.
I mean, that's as solid as any other rotation if they stay healthy.
It's probably the key is probably that yes, A, they stay healthy, and B, that like a Porcello who improved late in the year on a consistent basis carries that forward from spring training and on. And I
think
think
he was-
they've got to take it seriously.
Do you think he was injured last year? That's why he
I
had
don't-
such a bad first half.
I don't know. It's very, very possible.
Yeah.
Very possible. But what injury healed to allow him to pitch better in the second half is the question. And well, I guess we'll never know. So definitely,
Anyway,
you know,
I'm excited
I
about
am
how they
too.
look.
But I think the other key is injuries. Which ones happen? Who stays healthy, especially when it comes to like Pedroia, Ortiz. I mean, he's retiring after this year. He's 40, whatever. I'm not going to say 40. Well, I guess 40.
I think he's 40.
40, yeah. Well, I was going to say if he's more than 40, I'm not going to say his exact age because that's probably private information.
I think Boston has the best chance in the East because I think they can pull a trigger at the trade deadline more than the Yankees or the Blue Jays could. They can make another trade if they want to.
Right.
If they want to give up some more prospects, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So I would give them the shot because of that.
I mean, the Yankees could pull a trigger, but they've got a lot of old contracts.
Exactly.
A lot of old contracts they're carrying, and the question is who's going to want them now? Who's going to want them come the trade deadline?
Yep.
You know, you got to look at Toronto as well. You know, they made the playoffs. Tampa, who knows? I don't know. You know what their future is like without Joe Madden long term, but you know they've always kind of picked a route out of a hat as far as finding young players. So yeah, it's an interesting division. But I agree with you. I think the Red Sox out of the gate, if they stay healthy, have the best chance of winning the division and at least getting the first wild card.
162 games, though. 162 times. You gotta. That's at the end of the season. That's whoever, you know. You never know.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I want to thank Patrick Day for inviting us to New Britain Stadium on this very cold day in February. Again, their season begins on April 21st against the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing some games here at New Britain Stadium, the refurbished New Britain Stadium with all the amenities. So thanks everyone for watching, and have a great day.
Thank you.